What if I told you that it were possible to actually bring a stove to the top of this mountain that could not only heat your dinner in under 10 minutes, be extremely efficient, while also power your cell phone and light your campsite? I like to think that I wouldn't be the only one who is interested. Before entering the exciting world of pyrolytic gasification for biochar and thermoelectricity production, we must first discuss the potential market at hand, Nepal. Nepal is a country that is landlocked between two important players on the world stage, China and India, and is also home to 28 million people roughly. 70% of this population is involved in agriculture, and 25% live below the poverty line. The main issues affecting the country are soil erosion and degradation, arisen from another issue, deforestation, mainly to increase grazing lands. The soil of the country ranges between clay and sandy loam and happens to be 29% irrigated. The country is home to three regions, 23% Terai, which is mostly plains, and 42% hills and 35% mountains. This makes transportation extremely difficult, as 77% of the land is extremely difficult to access, yet half of the population lives there. Currently, cooking in Nepal is usually done through open pit fires, or three-stone fires, as almost pictured in the image shown. This results in the inhalation of harmful gases, which in turn results in adverse effects on health, which can actually cost families money as well as be extremely detrimental to those who are growing. In addition, it is an extremely inefficient use of resources as well as time, as more resources, mainly biomass, is needed to fuel the fire, and more time is needed to collect that biomass. As well, there's no byproduct that is created that happens to be useful. This brings us to the product itself. The unit proposed for manufacture is a pyrolytic top-lit updraft gasifier stove. It is a high-efficiency stove that produces heat while also producing low emissions, as the gases are used to burn the biomass hotter, mainly through the conversion of solid hydrocarbons within in a low oxygen environment. Unfortunately, the unit itself is not completed at the moment, as we are still in works with thermoelectric generators in Aurora to properly create a stove that would best be used for thermoelectric generation. That brings us to TEG Thermoelectric Generators. The company has been in the industry for roughly 25 years, and around 3.5 years ago managed to develop and create a unit that is extremely cheap to manufacture, yet extremely efficient in terms of thermoelectric power generation. They are currently involved with multiple NGOs to actually do similar projects throughout the world, particularly right now in Pakistan and Vietnam. The unit in particular is a dual output, able to charge or use as lighting or any other possible electrical output at the same time, and ranges roughly between $35 to $50 per unit, dependent upon quantity ordered. The main benefits resulting from the use of this stove are better air quality and better quality of life through its low emission properties. As a result, though, it does not only produce power, but biochar, which is a carbon negative innovation that has been used for ages as a soil amendment. Upon a one-time application, it can be used to increase tilth, drainage, as well as remove harmful chemicals, contaminants, and fertilizers from material. In addition, it has also been known to increase yields. There are many relative products on the market, 324 overall, although there are only 30 with the possibility for gasification. In addition to this, there are even fewer that have the possibility for thermoelectric generation, and most are extremely expensive. A great example being the BioLite camp stove, which just so happens to range between $200 to $350. Although there is some potential benefit economically to Canadians, this will mainly benefit the Nepalese people in many aspects, as it will increase air quality, quality of life, as well as possibly provide another source of income for families through power generation. As well, it also increases access to education by having access to lighting, as well as the potential to power any other lightweight electrical applications necessary.